Welcome back to Charlie Talks Global, where today we're diving into the vibrant cultures that make our world so fascinating.
Welcome to the deep dive. For years, robotic lawn care meant, wrestling with those annoying boundary wires.
Oh, yeah, tangled messes.
Exactly. But now there's this unexpected revolution happening right in our gardens.
Sweeping across them, you could say?
Yeah. We're diving into this really profound shift in the lawnmower business, moving away from those old bounded systems to these truly boundary-free smart mowers. They navigate all on their own. And interestingly, a lot of this advanced tech is coming out of China.
It really is.
So our mission today, let's cut through the hype, unpack the dynamics of this lawnmower revolution. Who are the players? What does it mean for garden tech?
And just to give you a sense of the scale here, in 2024 alone, about 300,000 of these boundary-free mowers hit private gardens.
300,000, wow.
Yeah, and they're directly replacing the old wire-based ones. But here's the kicker. This is just the very beginning.
Right.
It's a huge market, traditionally pretty low tech, honestly. Smart devices, they've got less than maybe 2% penetration right now.
Less than 2%. So the potential's just massive.
Absolutely enormous. Still largely untapped.
Okay, so with that potential clear, let's get into who is actually jumping on this. Because we're seeing loads of new companies pile in, right? Especially from tech.
It's fascinating.
On one side, you've got these really ambitious tech startups,
Right.
often founded by people from, big tech firms or robotics backgrounds,
Right.
like Ninebot's spinoff, Unalarmed. They're betting big on boundary-free. And the market was already estimated at, $20 billion back in 2022?
Yeah, a huge number. And what's interesting is their approach. Very experimental with the tech.
How so?
Well, trying pure vision, LiDAR, the laser mapping stuff are just really unique designs. But it's not just fun and games, it's tough.
Right, a battlefield.
Definitely. Look at Leifei Smart. They raised significant cash, but the R&D costs were just crippling. They couldn't balance development and actually selling the things.
So what happened?
They basically exited after shipping only about 1,500 units in Europe last year.
Ouch. Only 1,500.
And then there's just the sheer difficulty of different environments. Lamu Tech ran into issues with that super tough St. Augustine grass in the U.S.
I've heard about that stuff.
Yeah, forced them to completely redesign their blades, delayed their launch. It's complex.
So throwing fancy tech at a lawn isn't always enough. You need to handle the actual lawn.
Precisely. The real world bites back.
Okay, but what about the bigger players? Companies crossing over from other industries, like Ninebot. You mentioned their spin-off, but Ninebot itself. They weren't a lawn care company originally.
No, not at all. Scooters mostly. But they really fired the starting gun back in 2021 with their boundary-free model. Using their own RTK tech, that's the super precise GPS.
Real-time kinematic, right.
Yeah, that, plus visual assistance. That launch really just ignited the whole sector.
Interesting. And what about others, like the robot vacuum guys?
Yes. If you connect the dots, companies like Ecovacs, Dream, Roborock, they're obviously leveraging their know-how in navigation and software from indoors.
Makes sense.
But, and it's a big but, the outdoors is just exponentially more complex, so much more variability.
Weather, obstacles, different terrains.
Exactly. They are bringing serious capital, though, and supply chain muscle, brand recognition. Dream, for example, is really pushing LiDAR. Ecovacs is looking at fusing multiple sensors together.
Trying to get a really complete picture.
Right. But the big question remains, can that indoor success really truly translate to the unpredictable outdoors?
A critical point. Okay, let's flip to the other side. The old guard, established garden tool giants like Husqvarna, Positron.
Yeah.
They used to enjoy pretty hefty margins, right?
Oh, yeah. Over 60% gross margins, historically. Very comfortable.
They must be feeling the heat now. New tech, aggressive pricing. You mentioned some new models are hitting sub-1,000 €.
Absolutely. That price point for an advanced smart mower, unheard of just a few years ago, it's putting serious pressure on them.
So how are they hitting back? Are they just sitting there?
Not at all. I mean, maybe they were a bit slow initially on adopting the new navigation tech, but their deep industry knowledge, their dealer and service networks, massive advantages.
How massive?
Well, think about it. Husqvarna apparently has a service point every 5 kilometers in Europe.
Wow. Okay. That's reach.
And Positron, they invested 1 billion RMB. That's huge. Just building out RTK base stations for better GPS accuracy.
A billion RMB. So they're adapting fast.
Very fast. Positron expected over half its European shipments in 2024 to be boundary-free, and Husqvarna is launching like 13 new boundary-free models next year.
13. Okay, they're definitely not standing still.
Yeah.
But you mentioned those high historical margins. Are they genuinely innovating, or is it more, being forced into it by these cheaper, aggressive newcomers?
That's a good question. It's probably a mix of both, right? Survival instinct kicks in.
Yeah. And there's another layer here, too, isn't it? The supply chain companies, the ones who used to just make parts.
Right. They're stepping out from behind the scenes and launching their own brands.
Why now? What's the driver?
It seems pretty clear. They saw the razor-thin margins happening in the sweeping robot industry.
Ah, the race to the bottom there.
Exactly. And they looked at lawn care as a chance for, well, higher profits. Companies like Topon, Ledong, they used to supply components, motors, sensors.
And now they're competitors.
Now they're launching their own branded mowers using their existing tech expertise. But it's not easy.
No?
No, Ledong, for instance, apparently had high return rates, product stability issues. It's tough. They're competing with their former customers now, trying to balance cost and performance. It's a tricky path.
So for you listening and maybe tracking these tech shifts, this whole lawnmower story, it's more than just grass, isn't it? It's like a perfect little case study.
A microcosm.
Showing how tech disruption can just completely turn a traditional industry on its head, pushing everyone, startups, giants, even suppliers, to innovate or, well, get left behind.
And I think what this really shows is that disruption isn't just about having slicker tech. It's about fighting on new ground.
How do you mean?
Well, the big guys are realizing their distribution networks are maybe just as vital as R&D. And the tech startups are learning that, outdoor complexity needs more than just clever software from indoors.
Right.
The real winners, they'll be the ones who figure out how to bridge that gap between the cutting-edge algorithms and, well, muddy lawns and tough grass. As one industry veteran apparently put it, even the best products out there still have a way to go to really meet all the needs.
Which leads us to a final thought for you to chew on. We saw sweeping robots take maybe a decade to really mature, right?
Roughly.
So how quickly will this lawnmower revolution play out? And when the dust eventually settles, when the tide goes out,
Yeah.
which of these very different players, the startups, the giants, the suppliers, turned brands, will actually have carved out a lasting spot on the green?